belt before we did happy hour.
3 men and a lady.
Yeah, well, the 9 months gestation period, 3 months gestation before we allowed.
Hey, everybody, we're 3 years old today, which means that we are now potty trained.
So,
one would hope.
Mark, thank you so much. I'm so glad we're here on the same Friday. I just wanted to say to our guys waiting in the background, we will get to you soon. I just want to take some personal time with Mark to really let him know the task that is at hand and talk to him about this. But we'll be bringing on, we've got our specialty Leeds United correspondent who's going to come on in a moment to let us know about that. And then I have some Arsenal backup as well. But we'll get to you guys in a second, so feel free to go and get a cocktail or whatever. So, Mark, let's talk realistically. So you guys are playing at City, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you guys are one of the only teams to beat them this season. We've done it.
Also correct.
So this isn't like super far-fetched. It's not like I'm telling Chelsea to get points off of them or anything, or Sheffield United. You guys are a team who have shown some really good quality throughout this season. And if it wasn't for some disastrous injuries that really slowed your momentum, I feel like you guys are on a really good trajectory to be a solid, Europa Conference League to 10th place for the next few years, with highs and lows, I'm sure. That's not a dig, but that's kind of where you guys want to be.
No, I know, but it's really all like a team as small as Wolves can hope for. Oh, you're going to be a solid 10th place for the next 3 to 5 years.
No, top 10 in the Premier League is no slouch.
That is no joke, and there's something to be said about consistency and all of that. But Arsenal fans out there know you would never set the bar so low and be happy about it. Oh, no. 3 to 5 years, 10th place. Fuck
no, y'all. but I love the joke, Mark. I'm not taking anything from the joke. But if you look at a team like Brighton, look what happens after you can string a run of top 10 finishes together, and you start to be able to build a squad, and your players look more expensive than they probably are, but because they're playing in a good system, and your players get picked off, but your team gets money, and then you start pushing for European competition. It's a slow build. Like, remember when you guys went to Europa League, one of the first seasons that you were watching, you were like, this is detrimental. You even knew at that time.
We went from the championship to Premier League and then qualified for Europe, like boom, boom, boom.
And it killed you that next season.
Crazy.
You weren't.
And there was lots of things that killed us, but I think, like, you mentioned that, hey, we're a good watch, we're a good team, we can do these things. We beat City. We put the double on Chelsea. I think we put the double on Tottenham. So all the teams that make you very happy to watch them lose, we've been responsible for some of that. And we have the talent when healthy to keep up with the best of them. But more importantly, I think, like, to grab someone like Gary O'Neill, who's a virtual unknown outside of his we'll call it substitute teaching of Bournemouth. Doesn't have much experience, comes into the Wolves within 5 days, 36 hours of the start of the season.
Yeah.
We spend no money. We get rid of Neves. We get rid of Podence. We get rid of Fabio Silva, whatever. And countless others, and bring in no one. Tommy Doyle, he comes in off a loan because we get rid of Mateus Nunes. We get him on loan. I guess today, hey, everyone, Wolves fans included, Tommy Doyle has signed a 4-year deal with the Wolverhampton Wanderers, which is very, very good news.
Well, there you go.
But with Gary O'Neill, I'll just go into it. It's like he has them believing that they can beat anyone. And they go out on the pitch and they look like a team that believes, like, hey, we're going to beat you. So, I mean, do we have a chance against City? Absolutely. But I think we all know that there'll be numerous badge checks, and I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over on one goal being chalked off on Wolves, one way or the other. Whether it
I
be
don't think
offsides or whether it's like some crazy VAR check where the guy's like, badge check complete. Gary O'Neill, you're not even on the pitch today. You get a red card.
Oh, we got a
Anyone
callback.
else?
Yeah, that's true, Jimmy. That's true. We'll talk about that, Jimmy. He looked good. And then a callback from Mr. Tom to when he said, "Who the fuck is Morgan Gibbs White?"
I'll
So
tell you who he is. He's the reason why Nottingham Forest could possibly be relegated with that point deduction. He's the reason for that point reduction.
Oh wow. Well, good. There you have
I'm
something to be
calling
proud
it.
of. So speaking of Nottingham Forest, here's why I am putting more faith in you guys pulling some points from City as opposed to Tottenham, let's say, is because if you look at the match against Nottingham Forest this past weekend, City were kind of their normal nonchalant way of playing where they kind of always knew they were going to win. Things weren't really going perfect for them. They were giving up the ball. They were giving them opportunities. Chris Wood had numerous tap-ins that he looked like a baby deer trying to kick a football. It was terrible. And I have more faith in your finishers because your finishers are opportunistic. He-Chan will get something out of nowhere. Cunha Cunha, right? Or
Yeah.
you had
Cunha.
two of them? Yeah.
No,
No,
not
Mateos. You had two Mateoses.
Yeah, right.
Cunha
So
is
you'll
opportunistic in the box.
No,
He doesn't miss those
might
chances that Wood missed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one of the things that's been very pleasant for me to watch is since Cunha came back from injury, since He-Chan came back from injury, they're picking right up where they left off. They've like He-Chan's first start since injury, which was before we haven't seen him since before the Asian Cup. He has been, I think he made like 1 20-minute appearance right afterwards. And
What's
yes,
up,
sir,
Ben?
it is the weekend. But he came right off of injury, started and scored a really beautiful goal. Same thing with Cunha, I think, in the same game against Luton Town.
Yeah. Well, I'm clearly not. I am resigned, as somebody in the chats has said, and I've seen all over Leeds United Twitter, people who are resigned to the playoffs, and they're saying, I'm fine. We're in the playoffs. We got to do our work here and get through. If something magical happens tomorrow, then awesome. And that's kind of where I am with Arsenal and City in the title races. I expect Arsenal to win their next 3 games. That is what I expect from what I have seen this entire season. It is what I expect. We are better than these next 3 teams. We have to be better on the day as well. Even if we do that, even if we beat everybody 6, 7, 8-0, we could still not win the league. And I am right now, that's where I'm at. I'm like, we could be as great as we want, but I also expect City to win their next 4 games. They have 1 extra. I expect them to win all
they
those.
Have a game on you.
So it's not that I'm giving up or anything. It's out of our hands. I expect my team to do the best to the bitter end. And if something magical happens, then awesome. Either way, I am so proud of this Arsenal team this season that even not winning the league, not that I'm happy to not win the league, not that winning the league isn't the most important thing. I've been proud of this team, and it's going to feel like the Liverpool season when they didn't win, when they scored, when they had a ridiculous amount of points and speaking of which, it'll feel like that where you lost the league, but everyone in the league knows you were probably you were right there. You were right there. It's not like City were mind-blowingly better
Right.
than you. So
just like last year.
no, last year I thought City deserved to win. We crumbled and we showed that we weren't ready. This year I feel like
No, and you
it's
just
in a different story.
scratched on the 8 ball is what you did.
No, we scratched earlier. I think we're gonna be. I think we're not gonna get to the 8 ball is the problem. But look, everybody who wants to go, look, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. You lost to Villa. If we win our next 3 games, and you say we fucked it up because we lost to Villa, that means we didn't go invincible in the second half of the season. That is our only loss. Like what? Yes, I know. That's that's possibly where those points could have come from. But I'm like, no, we blew it in the first half of the season. We blew it against West Ham and Fulham.
West Ham just played out of their heads that day.
Yeah, but that's when we blew it.
They were stopping everything. They played. It was. That's how you play defense. If there's an example, or if they give an award for defensive game of the year,
and then they give up 4 at home to fucking Olympiacos. I don't want to hear about Villa. Oh, you were talking about West Ham. Sorry. Okay. Yes, West Ham is another friendly team of mine now because they play the final match against City. And Mikel Antonio has even come out and said something to the likes of, I don't expect Tottenham to take any points from City, but that's okay because they have to play us. I think Arsenal are going to win the league because we're going to take points from City because we'll be fighting for a European spot. I'm like, all right, Mikel and
Foden and Holland have that quote on their locker. They're both going to score hat tricks that day.
I don't know if Holland can read.
It's just going to be stupid.
I don't know if Holland can read, but
he can read. It's just it takes him a while. He has to sound everything out.
All right. Well, let's bring in all of our guests here, and we'll get to chatting about all this nonsense that we talked about. So, go ahead and bring them. Open the floodgates, John. What's up, Gary?
Hello.
All right.
What's going on, everyone?
Which of the 3 times City beat us by 1 or 2 points were you referring to?
I was referring to that one season
where they had it was 199. We had 90.
Yeah, the Centurion season. Yeah, where you got like 99, right, or something.
Yeah,
and that's a losing season.
It's the second highest points ever attained to the 100.
That happened the same season.
Yeah,
it's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely.
Oh, wait, no. We had 97. They had 98.
What year is that?
The year we won, we had 99. The year we lost, they beat us 98 to 97. When they had 100 points, they lapped the league.
Yeah.
And then they beat us, I think, 93, 92 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So you get what I'm saying about how I still have pride in this season. I feel very, very proud of my team no matter what happens from here on out. Now, if they capitulate and come out and play these last 3 games terribly, then maybe I won't be so proud. But Gary, what are your thoughts on this season for Arsenal so far?
Yeah, no, I look at this the same way I think Liverpool kind of looked at when they went to the Champions League and didn't finish the job the first time, and they came back the second time and were able to finish the job. I mean, granted, it was against that team, but still, who cares? Who cares?
I think if you win out, you guys will win.
Yeah,
I think City's got one more game. I think.
Hey, Tom.
I've been treating this season one game at a time. So for me, it's just been one game because once we lost those 3 in a row, I'm like, wow, you know what? Forget it. I can't look too far down the road anymore. I'm going to treat this one game at a time. I've been doing that. People try to reach out, try to get you to look further. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. We need to win the next game. It doesn't matter. Like right now, we're in that point. If we don't win the next one, you kind of, you're kind of wrapping the present. They get all they do is, do what they've been doing all along. So we have no room to. We have no bandwidth here. No what do they call it? Leeway. We got to do
Room
the
for
job every
error.
week, and we can't do what we did in the last game, go up 3-0 and let the team back in, because at some point the goal difference will be a difference. It will be an issue because City doesn't seem like they're slowing down. They're winning by 2 and 3 when they win, so they can catch us pretty quickly in 2 games if we don't watch out. So yeah,
That's too soon.
why am I? What? Oh, come on! Is that gonna be it? Anytime I start talking, Carrot comes out. Carrot Man's coming out.
Sorry, Gary. I thought it would be funny.
Wow.
That was a preemptive strike.
Oh, you know what? There you go. I'm the Carrot Man, I guess. All right.
At least
No,
we got at least you got an
Rangers-
apology out of him.
Rangers must be starting soon
Oh, is
because
that what
he's trying to get everything out of the way. He's trying to make sure he
No, they
gets
got
all
their
of
shit
his
done a couple of days ago.
He's getting always shitting, as they'd say.
So to our Leeds United friends down here, David, Mr. Tom, very good to see you guys. How are you guys feeling? Squeaky bum time or?
No, I feel relieved. I'm very relieved, right? Because, sorry, David, do you think?
Go on.
Do you think? Because I've got.
No. I know. I want to hear this. I want to know why you're relieved, Tom.
I'm relieved because, well, cut a long story short, we fucked it, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I take pleasure in it, but the reality is if you lose 4-0 at QPR, realistically, you don't deserve to be in the Premier League for a start. I think that exposes a lot. But at the same time, we go again. But why I'm relieved is because realistically, it's over. The anxiety over Ipswich is over. That was why I'm relieved. Like, I know we've got a chance, but they're playing it Huddersfield, who apparently are going to play their substitute goalkeeper tomorrow, from what I've read.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay, I get where you're coming
their
from.
starting keeper broke their ankle or some sort of foot injury about a month ago.
Of course he did. Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, Tom. And I mean, hats off to Ipswich. It has to be said. They've been terrific side to watch. If I was a neutral this year, I would have enjoyed watching every game of theirs. But I'm not, so I didn't. But yeah, hats off to them. Well done to Leicester. They eventually came through with all their financial doping. So good luck to them with their points deduction next year. They deserve it. I know where we went wrong, Tom. I know where it's all gone wrong. I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, and where it all went wrong for Leeds this year was the fact that Wolves aren't in the Championship, so therefore we've missed out on a bank of 6 points, which would have, of course, put us above Ipswich, and they wouldn't have been able to. They wouldn't have been able to pip us, you know.
Just end up being relegated to the League One.
I'll tell you where we were actually fucked. In all seriousness, we were fucked in the national break, because I remember getting clipped up on this show because obviously I rolled my eyes when it was suggested that Leicester would be caught, and put it another way, and Leeds would go on to win the title. Now, in my opinion, season doesn't end in March.
No.
But y'all see foot to try and make me look like a fool.
Yeah.
I think at least
every day.
One good thing
about
Every
y'all.
our first season of Happy Hour.
Did he say y'all?
He did. We're getting to him, John. We're getting to him.
One good thing.
The season didn't finish in March.
We're finally. It clearly ended. It clearly ended in January or December because you're wearing your Christmas sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll wear it in August as well. Don't you worry.
Well, I have to say, after the bit of championship football that I've watched this season, I actually hope nothing crazy happens in the playoffs, because these are the three Actually, Leicester, I don't care to see. I would rather see another team. But Ipswich and Leeds United, I think, would both be fun additions to the Premier League. As facetious as that sounds, they are fun clubs to play against and to watch other teams have to deal with. So, who do you guys think? Let's look at the table real quick.
Oh, we're not
John.
done. Despite what I say, we're not done. Tomorrow
no.
we need to win.
Well, Southampton has nothing to play for, so that's a good thing, right? They can't improve.
No. It's really important for them as well because they are in bad form too. They need the momentum going into their playoff match.
They've lost 3 games on the bounce.
I was
Although
gonna say
apparently he's going to
they
field
can't
2
improve their seed,
youngsters.
though. But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You can't lose your last game. I know this will sound really silly, but I remember Ipswich when we were last in the Championship, the first Bielsa season where we finished 3rd. Ipswich got relegated, but we played Ipswich on the final day, and Ipswich beat us.
Yeah,
because we didn't take it seriously. I think it is fair to say the lineup was not a first team lineup.
Hey, Tom.
And I think that carries over.
Before you go on, did you get the licensing fee for Lolo for this? For this graphic?
I'll need to check my nationwide account.
Talk to your lawyer about this, because they're using your content.
Yeah,
wait, who is? What am I doing? What? Wait, what?
This is we all love Leeds graphic.
Hey,
so I don't know
John,
how you broke into
John. First of all, what sort of little type of bastard are you? You put this graphic on. You uploaded it and you put it on. You can't tell on yourself. You're telling on me.
Hey, it's on the stoop with Lolo.
Hey, this is some. What do they say when the cops
legal
incriminating me?
Entrapment?
I never seen this graphic before. Entrapment. I never seen this graphic, officer. I don't even know who these teams are.
I got to get paid somehow,
Tom.
I'll license it to you for an hour, Lolo. It's fine.
No, Tom.
Get it off the screen.
Give me the papers. Give me the papers. I think I've got a JFK next week, and I know where he lives. I'll just wait outside to serve him the writ.
You think Mr. Tom is going to write up some legal documents in the next 24 hours? Like
I already have them ready.
Yeah, there's an app for that.
Yeah,
legal documents.
It's even been notarized, and it's a duck print in the shape of a finger. The duck.
That's true.
That's awesome.
The fuck duck. Anyway, wow. Okay. What were we talking about before John tried to get me sued?
I think we were just talking about the playoffs and that sort of thing and where we stand.
Oh yeah. So who else?
I think we've got a good chance, haven't we? We're looking at the other teams likely to be Leeds, Southampton, West Brom, Norwich. Hull may break into the party, but it's unlikely. I think I prefer play Norwich than play. I know it's going to be West Brom, isn't it? They're lower. Yeah. I think I prefer play West Brom than Hull, I have to say.
So right now, the way it currently, if it ended the way it currently is right now, you guys would play West Brom, Southampton would play Norwich.
Yeah.
One-off game, right?
No,
and then
no. 2 games.
You play home and away?
Yeah, but the team that finishes 3rd and 4th get home advantage for the second game.
Yeah. I think League One playoffs, did they start today?
Yep. Yeah, Bolton beat Barnsley, or they were beating them 2-0, so I imagine that finished that way.
Something that is factually true is that all the teams from the Championship downwards that won their respective leagues all play in blue.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Not that I mean to upset any of the teams that wear red.
And John, this is the guy you want me to pay money to?
Yeah. He's just
I'll
nasty.
take Canadian.
Well, I see next year Arsenal got a 3rd kit that is Man City blue. So I think they're just going, fuck it. We got Mini Pep as our manager.
I will
We're
say
gonna just
there needs to be more kit variety. Like
yeah.
not enough oranges, not enough yellows.
Chelsea had a grey and orange away kit in '95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's red or blue basically. Red, blue, or white.
Wolves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wolves.
Like wolves are
They're
like
gold. They're gold, aren't they?
you know,
Oh,
how many orange
don't-
teams are there? Like black.
I wish they would do
blue,
black
wolves?
with gold accents. I wish they would do the reverse of this. That would be kind of dope.
They
Yeah.
probably have.
Well, Tottenham
That's
Tottenham went with flesh colored this season, which was like it just fuck that kid is just terrible, and it's full body. It looks like they're running around
Well,
in nude
I-
suits, like for movies.
I'm sorry, Lolo, but last year Arsenal was playing. Was it one of their kids like Midwestern tan or something like that? You're the
Not
pink,
last year. Oh, the pink
ones
the
were
pink,
last. Yeah, a
pink was
color
great.
that I affectionately call Midwestern tan. All those
No.
Scandinavians out in the sun.
You guys should do that yellow and blue more often. I feel like that's a great
Yeah.
second kit.
I love when we do yellow and blue. I'm not sure about next year's kits already, but
We just want a yellow reserve kit, don't we, Tom? That's all we want.
Yeah,
I
those do
actually
look
quite
pretty
enjoy
tight.
the funky kits, but as I've said before, I say it every time on Sunday. On We All Love Leeds, cheap plug. I love the white home kit.
Yep.
You can never deviate from it, but wearing it outside of watching football is dangerous.
Someone gonna
that's-
attack you.
Easily stained.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't eat spaghetti
Exactly.
with that kit on.
Exactly. Don't get. I'm not saying I'll change it, but I'm just saying
That's why all the
one.
clubs wear red. It's just like spaghetti's not a problem.
Exactly. Or a pie eating contest for that
Well,
matter.
imagine if a team actually had an orange kit, they could eat all the spaghetti in the world with the sauce.
Well, can I just say I used my white top when I was snorkeling last week, swimming with the sharks. And they obviously saw the Leeds badge because none of them came near me, I tell you. Oh, no.
So it was
so
also very hard for their fins to reach for the beastly.
so our Arsenal are doing a black kit with like with green and red. Supposedly they leaked it out and everybody started talking shit about it because it's kind of horrible. And then they're like, oh, but this is actually to commemorate Ian Wright and Rocky Rocastle's blah, 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 and just made us all feel bad. And now everybody's like, oh, we like it. But it's not.
It's shit.
It's shit. So I came up with this one. Why not go funky? If you're gonna go red and green and black, like do something crazy. It's your third kit, right?
No.
This is not
That's the
awesome.
wrestler
by the
Kane's
way.
outfit.
It looks too much like Christmas.
It's got to be all red, though. I don't know about the green.
That's
All red and maybe,
look.
but
let
like
me get
the
it.
green.
The top,
nah.
the top bit, the green bit, mixed in with the red, it just reminds me of Liverpool.
Oh no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Let me show you the third kit.
I wonder what bullshit we've got cooking up in the kit department. They're probably thinking, "Oh, let's go with dark green and dark blue again."
Oh, damn.
Because
I've heard a leak that it was going to be yellow next year, like a proper yellow.
That would be too simple, David. That'd make too
I
much
know,
sense.
I know it would be. Maybe it was just a ruse.
I liked how they just randomly thought, "Oh, we're back in the Premier League. This will be 3 years ago. Why don't we pay tribute to the kit no one liked from 1994?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lolo, I remember a kit.
This is the actual
Shamak,
Arsenal one.
Shamak was wearing. I think it's like the maroon one. I don't know if you like that one. Or
What
not.
is this? What's
Is
this,
that
Lolo?
robot?
This is the actual third kit for next season.
That's not
What's the
terrible.
green? What's the
Nobody-
green significance? What's the significance of green?
Money.
Probably Rwanda.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be, I thought, a tribute to Righty and what's it
And Rocky.
and Rocky, yeah, something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
but I just don't get.
But the
I
problem
don't
is,
see the
if you have to
connection.
explain it, it's probably not hitting
Honestly,
what you want.
If
I
you
like,
have to explain it, it's not working. Then is it?
Yeah, it's just I wish like maybe it's the fact that the Adidas is green and the Canon's red. It's too like it makes Adidas as important as
you
the
should go with the
I don't
lead-
know. I
the
just don't like it.
2016-2017 away kit. It's just blue with yellow lining. Oh, it's great.
Which one? The Leeds?
Yeah, look up
Yeah.
Leeds away kit 16-17.
No, I've got it here. It's obviously, as you've already said, it's intended as homage to Ian Wright and David Rocastle, but the colour pairing forms part of the design of the Honor Oak trainers that were released in tribute to the two players.
Okay.
I don't care. It's
It
still
does, it
so
does
use
mean it.
use the two colors in a better way than that.
Surely the trainers are the tribute themselves. Like
Yes.
you can't do two
indeed.
tributes, but you can because they are. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can do a
well.
bunch there. All right. So
What I missed?
let's get back to some football. No, we're just we haven't talked about anything since you've been gone. We're just waiting for you. So we were talking about
thanks.
clothes and style and fashion.
Clothes and style.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah,
I must have,
we can
I must
continue on.
apologise to David because when there was noise coming, I thought, is David all right? And then Gary was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I walked a block or whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, David. I thought the swimming might have got to you."
No, I was walking up. I was walking up my stairs, and I was like, "Damn, that took a lot out of me." All I did was walk to the pizza joint and back, and yeah, I'm dying over here. Fat
Funny,
man
isn't it?
walking kind of thing. Yeah, takes a lot out of us.
Pizza
Pizza would
right
be
now.
delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
to bring it back to football, Chris, I want to ask you as a Liverpool fan, now that you guys have so graciously bowed out of the title race, who do you think is going to win it in the end?
Arsenal. I think Arsenal wins out. City's gonna four in 4 games. One of those is gonna be a draw. It's just the math. Arsenal's gonna win out. City's gonna have a draw, and then we get to watch you guys act
Be the
the way you're gonna
worst.
act.
Who they not want to
Fucking
be,
worst.
Chris?
You'd be worse than if Spurs fans won it. That's what it's gonna be like.
It's going to be pretty insufferable.
I
It's good,
think
yeah.
if that team won, I think the entire football world would just like YouTube would see all their numbers just drop. It's like nobody's viewing anything anymore. What's going on? Yeah, we
Nothing
don't
would
want to.
change. Nothing would change because they win it they've won it 4 out of 5 years.
Can we see the remaining fixtures for Arsenal and City? Do we still have that graphic? Or are we at the
City get Bournemouth, Fulham, and Man United.
But they have
City
a couple.
gets,
They have 2 away games in a row. City.
City get Wolves,
And that team they play away.
Tottenham.
That graphic wasn't in the budget.
Fulham,
this week.
They get
Tottenham,
West
West Ham.
Ham. They get West Ham, and they get somebody else.
You got Wolves first.
Right.
Wolves.
I had mentioned Wolves.
Mark, you can fucking do Lolo a big favor this weekend.
Oh, we
Yeah.
already talked about it. And do you not see the thread? I know you're on the thread. We have an agreement with there's been an accord between the fans of Wolverhampton Wanderers and the mighty Arsenal. And should Wolverhampton take points away from City tomorrow morning, the fan base associated with On the Stoop can no longer talk shit about Wolves and be derogatory. They must do nothing but sing their praises from here to eternity. If Wolves come through.
I've been thinking about this as a Liverpool fan. Like, who would I rather see win? And like, I know if Arsenal wins, we're just going to hear from these fucking awful fans all summer. And it's just like, if City wins, it's like, oh, fuck City, right? Like,
nobody listens to their fans anyway.
No one gives a shit. Like, it's just like, they're all cheaters. Who gives a shit? But
fans,
I'd like some joy in Lolo and in Gary. I mean, once we're mathematically eliminated, I know we're definitely not going to win. We're still not mathematically eliminated. We probably will be after this week. But once we're mathematically eliminated, I will be pulling for Arsenal as much as it pains me.
Well, that's a very level-headed response there. I'm not with you on it's mathematical. Like, it's City have to play 4 games. They're going to drop some points. I'm like, wait a minute. If you include last week and our remaining fixture, that's 4 games. Like, that means we are mathematically going to drop points in our last 4 games.
Past doesn't matter, man.
So only moving from the future. We own them. And then after tomorrow,
game, they'd probably finish above you, wouldn't they? Is more what he's getting at.
For the most part, they've not been a 12 points gain from 12 points available team all year. It's just kind of
those 3 games in a week might be they might have a blip in there.
Maybe they'll get a draw, and then just win the other games 4-0.
Just watch.
That's
exactly
honestly
right.
That would be the worst.
That's exactly right, David.
Here's
we
the
get
funny
a bunch
thing.
of 1-0 victories.
The funny thing is that every one of us, with the exception of myself, who hasn't said anything about it, is that y'all expecting City to flub up. When really
that's the only way. That's the only way we can win.
In actuality, I mean, the way it needs to be done is you need to worry about your own shit, and Arsenal need to take care of
one
this.
game at a time. You know what? They both.
None of this one game at a time. There's one game at a time. 3 games. But all 3. You need to run the table.
No, you got to win the next one.
Shot, Mark.
Games.
Your next
got to win the next one. It doesn't matter what happens after that if we lose this one. Yeah.
If we lose this one, we might as well lose the rest.
I've seen.
Lose this one, Liverpool's back in it.
No, but
if we lose tomorrow morning, I would bench that entire squad and play the under-18s the rest of the year. Who the fuck cares? Give them some Premier League action and punish the fucking guys who lost to fucking Bournemouth. Sorry.
Hey, Bournemouth's on a good run right now.
Yeah, Bournemouth scare me more than Man United.
Clean sheet last match, right? So,
and Everton, you never know. They're just such a little shitbag of a team.
Bournemouth should go fuck themselves.
No, Everton's. I mean, they're on the beach now.
No, but
Tom in the corner.
Unless they've got another 10-point deduction around the corner.
No,
they're
but
just
Mark,
like...
Everton are the type of team. Sean Dyche, Jordan Pickford. I'm talking about these type of assholes. The type of assholes that are also pricks so they can fuck themselves. They're the type of guys who go, we have nothing to play for, but it's the last game of the season. Let's give it a fucking mate. And they...
Yeah, I mean, if there's anyone that could rally,
you're actually accusing the guys of being professional. That's what you're accusing them of.
Yeah, and it fucking sucks, David. It sucks.
Oh dear.
Oh man, what do you guys think about? Have you guys been following all these Tottenham Hotspur fans who are just absolutely imploding in front of everybody's eyes, and it's pretty fun to watch. But they've started a petition to send to the management to tank the City game, saying officially we need to lose by a lot of goals.
I've heard they'll be.
Well, they may as well.
They'll be happy to lose 10-0 to City, so
You
that
I-
won't
I
know
read
if
that.
the fix is on
We
if that
do.
actually happens, though.
They,
mean,
they
then-
may as well because they're cemented. It looks pretty much in fifth, aren't they?
Come on, this Tottenham.
Yeah,
You know,
If they try to tank the
they
game,
were
they'll end
awful
up
against
winning the
Chelsea.
game. It's Tottenham.
Yeah,
They can't
probably.
get anything right.
probably.
Quote of the night right there. Quote of the night. I love it. Yes, Tottenham should absolutely try to tank against City. I'm going to
They should-
sign that position. I'm with you, Tom.
They should pull the keeper and bring in another forward,
Well,
hockey style.
they might give up less goals.
Who said, was it Jose Mourinho who recently said, I could be wrong, but one of the elite managers, so I'm obviously not talking about Pep because he's a bald fraud, but I think Jose said that in future, football will play out like ice hockey, where teams will pull the goalkeeper to have an extra attacker,
Well, they
which is
Sure.
kind of
ludicrous.
do it when, like,
Yeah,
over that Allison goal, like, it happens.
it's true. But I think he means like
Like a
it'll become
substitute.
even more commonplace.
Did Clough do it many years ago? I have a feeling that Clough might have done that many years ago, right at the end of one of the games.
Now,
Goalkeeper.
is there a rule that you have to have somebody with the gloves on?
No, absolutely. Oh no, yeah,
Nah.
you do. Yeah,
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 but
you
you
do.
could just put, like, Julian Alvarez in goal, and then he could just...
yeah.
He could
Yeah,
get rid of the
he doesn't
goalie
have to
stuff and go
stay
wherever
there.
the
He
hell
doesn't have to stay.
wants.
I'm just wondering, so
Well,
it
no, 'cause
becomes
the
like
person-
Mickey Mouse style.
Well,
You
the
have
person with the gloves.
It'd be really
is
funny if they could wear the
obviously
gloves
allowed
on the
to handle
feet.
the ball.
wait,
Ah.
what?
That's why you
Dom?
have to have someone with gloves, is because they will be designated as the keeper. So, say like you said, Julian Alvarez will put on the gloves so he can go forward, but then he will be allowed to handle the ball within his own box. 'cause
He's
he has
the
gloves.
only one that can handle the ball.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I was actually thinking about that. One of the matches, maybe the match today. I think Everton had a free kick, and I was like, Jordan Pickford might be one of their best, like, pinpoint long ball passers. What if they brought him up for like a 30-yard free kick, and you just leave your center back way back there just in case?
No, that used to. Who was the guy? Was it the Chilean goalkeeper?
Oh no, you're
Chilivert
was
or-
Paraguayan goalkeeper Chilavert.
Yeah, I
Chilavert.
knew it was a South American. What was his name?
He has like 100
Jose
clear
Luis
goals.
Chilavert.
Yeah, that's it.
He was the
And
penalty
boy, could he
goal
strike a
taker,
ball!
the free
Whoa.
kick taker.
Yeah, specialist, dead ball specialist.
Yeah, he wasn't just a goalkeeper that took free kicks.
He took
He showed
penalties
you
too.
why they let
Yeah,
him take the free
That's right,
kicks.
Chris.
But that's where, like, Pep says Ederson is one of his best penalty takers.
Yeah,
But
I-
the Colombian
he did
guy
take
that
one,
was on the
didn't he, in
94
the,
team as well, right?
Real Madrid.
yeah.
Rene Higuita, I
Yeah.
think. And then Mexico had
Higuita
Jorge
was-
No.
Campos.
He's the Colombian goalkeeper who
Colombian
is
guy.
obviously
Did the
most known
scorpion
for the
kick.
scorpion. But the other thing he's known for is when he tried to control the ball in the World Cup second round in 1990, and then Roger Miller, at 40 years old, stripped him of the ball and scored,
Jesus, Tom.
and then ran to the corner flag.
His
Doing
scorpion,
his
kick.
dance.
it was worth it though.
Oh, it was great. I'm glad it happened, but I bet he isn't. Well, Roger Miller's thrilled, I imagine. But talk about Higuita with his hair and the scorpion. I mean, he was probably sitting there like, yeah, in 5 years I'll show him. Because one of you should speak, or I'm just gonna keep going
Carrot.
with the flip, and his legs like literally like
All
scorpion.
of
Or he
this
looks
is
more
lost
like
There you
on
go.
me.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
We gotta look
You're
at
just
it.
waiting on John there. Just
Higuita
waiting on John.
scorpion kick.
And
That's
don't
my
you
live
ever
stream. Just
and
to
don't
keep
you
my life
ever
on
threaten
stream
us
being
with
interrupted by
being
Steven
quiet.
Scott. Under Siege is on tonight, probably somewhere.
Somewhere in
probably
the world.
on Netflix or something. I'm sure you
No,
could.
no, streaming doesn't count.
But
It's
This
like
one good
Shawshank
movie, to be
Redemption
fair.
is on TNT somewhere in the world.
Everywhere in the world.
It fucking always is, right?
It's like
Like
6 films, really,
Fo-
that
fo-
we're
followed by
all we're allowed
Shawshank
to watch.
Redemption afterwards again.
Yeah, and I feel like
Exactly.
I've watched Shawshank, pieces of Shawshank so many times,
but never like
Did
the first minute.
Well, I kind of don't remember the order of it because they're like, there's so many. It tells a story with so many different parts.
Andy Dufresne.
Do you know that movie actually flopped when it came out? It was a box office
Yeah,
bust.
it's true. It's very, very true.
But because the 8 people who did see it and didn't go to watch Pulp Fiction thought it was really amazing, it got nominated for Oscars, which is then they re-released it because it was nominated for a lot of Oscars, and people were like, what the fuck is this movie and why is it nominated for all the Oscars? Then they watched it and they were like, oh, that's why.
So you could say it got its redemption.
Right.
Tumbleweed going across the screen.
Why don't you time out and go get some pizza yourself now?
I'd like you to think about what you've just done. Just go stand in that faux corner behind you and think about what you've done. I always love the Family Guy kind of run up on Shawshank Redemption with the Monopoly Man. I really wish I could tell you the Monopoly Man fought the good fight, and the sisters would leave him alone. I really wish I could. I fucking love that.
Oh God. Oh, I was about to do one of Family Guy with Back to the Future, but really not for public consumption. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Quick, Marty, we gotta go back to the future. Why, Doc? It's your daughter, Marty. No, actually, I can't do it. Can't do it. I've not seen it. I can't do it. No. Just watch it, and you'll realize why I can't do it.
Okay, we'll watch it after the show. All right. So last I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. So we got about 6 or 7 minutes before we go to our halftime break here. So we have a lot of nonsense to talk about in the second half of the show. So are there any final thoughts from any of you guys about either Leeds United's chances of gaining automatic promotion tomorrow, or who's going to slip first, Arsenal or Manchester City?
I imagine there is more chance of it coming out that Mark has been a secret porn star for the last 17 years of his life than of Leeds United overturning Ipswich tomorrow.
So if it happens,
Mark, would you like to comment on that?
This is going to be an awkward conversation, Tom.
Lolo, did you know?
That's what I like to tell people when people I don't know walk up to me and say, "You look really familiar. How do I know you?" I used to do a lot of porn.
Well, goes Babe Station, baby.
And I say it just like that. I used to do a lot of adult films
in front of their wife,
and then they are like,
"Oh."
Mark is the one who keeps on popping up on X, following everybody.
Right.
As long as it wasn't a scat movie called The Shawshank Redemption,
or the Shawscat Redemption.
Called a reaction. Anyway, sorry.
This is where you're taking us, Lolo. This is where you're taking us.
I asked you guys about football. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
As far as chances of Leeds overtaking Ipswich,
I honestly would say,
here, have another carrot. Your first carrot was not enough.
Just the long version.
That's what I was about to say.
Two angles.
It's actually the director's cut.
Andy Dufresne gave me that carrot.
Could someone tell Stephen
Mark,
Scott
is Peter North a nice guy?
Carrots might be healthy,
Say
Stephen,
again?
but eating 78 of them is probably going to keep you fat, mate.
I don't know.
So I just want you guys to know, I've given you a chance to actually talk about football, and y'all are spurning it with fucking Carrot and Shawshank scatological
Yep.
references.
And I'll do it again.
I mean, the question
just
is,
saying.
will Huddersfield just tank on purpose because of their
Yes.
rivalry with Leeds?
Apparently
No,
not.
no,
Apparently
no,
they've
that's
said they're going to do their best to upset the Ipswich
Well,
party.
I mean, yeah, no.
Until you
Huddersfield
watch
has-
them
It's
like
not going to happen.
fall
Huddersfield
over
has
the
absolutely
ball and
nothing
How
to
many
play
into their own
15-year-olds is
Yeah,
Huddersfield
yeah.
going to start tomorrow?
Yeah.
They're,
I'm not
they're going
saying
to
it's
put
that
up
with
for
the
fight
defeatist
and they're going to
attitude.
lose 4-0.
Exactly. I'm not saying they have a defeatist attitude. It's just the realism. They are where they are in the table for a reason, and Ipswich are where they are in the table for a reason, and it's almost certainly going to play out to the mean.
Wait, if Huddersfield wins by 16,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they pulled their goalie and replaced him with a goat.
who's 24th? Who's already down?
Rotherham.
Have they ever stayed in consecutive years?
I think there was 1 year where they did
Yeah.
survive.
That's like the ultimate yo-yo club.
They're
can't
probably the
believe
only
Birmingham
club that
might
will.
go down.
They're the only
Holy-
club though that probably operates at a profit in the championship.
Rotherham.
Everyone in the championship loses money to try and get out of the championship, whereas Rotherham don't try to lose money, but then always end up out of the championship, just at the
Yeah.
wrong end of it.
Up and down, aren't they?
It's
Yeah.
pretty amazing that
Crazy.
Cardiff can be minus 14 goal differential in 12th place, and then Birmingham's minus 16, and they're pretty much out.
Yeah.
Or Plymouth
but-
Argyle for that
Like
matter.
Sheffield
Or anybody.
Wednesday should have been the team that probably was in the bottom.
They've had a really good second half of the season, haven't they?
Yes.
Wednesday.
They're going to be them and QPR. To be fair, are going to be the team that all summer everyone goes, "Oh, they're my dark horses. If they recruit right, they're going to be really good next year." And then it'll hit September, and they'll both be in the bottom half again, and everyone will be like, "Never mind." There's always a team like that. Always.
There's 20 quid wasted.
But in all seriousness, the reason Cardiff are where they are with their goal difference and Birmingham are where they are with their goal difference is because Cardiff didn't hire Wayne Rooney.
Plymouth has a couple of nice. I just saw someone mention Whitaker. Plymouth goes down. They've got 2 or 3 attackers I think will get snatched up.
Whitaker.
Whitaker,
I think that
Whitaker,
Whitaker's
Ryan Hardy.
well overrated. He's a lazy attacker. He is. He scores a few goals, but he is lazy. You know?
So, do you feel, David, that
What about
he's
Ryan Hardy, the striker?
Do you feel he's the Piru of this season then?
Who?
Whitaker, because like you're saying he's overrated, etc. Whereas Piru was supposedly bought because he's like this goal machine. Because apparently the statistics at Swansea say he was, but he's not prepared to do the running of an elite. I'm not going to say we're elite, but in that league, you're going to be expected. You'll be in possession of the ball quite a bit, or you're going to be expected to work for it. Do you see that being Whitaker next season? Like if someone did bring him in, do you think he'd get exposed? I suppose is my question.
Possibly.
I didn't realize Somerville had 19 goals.
Yeah.
Has he been scoring in bunches lately, or is it just
He
been
scored
a
most
small
of it
year?
in the first half of the season? To be fair,
I mean, isn't he the player of the year?
Yep.
Yeah.
And rightly so.
And Vardy,
I don't agree with what they did though. Like I don't see the benefit of. There's obviously a reason they've done it, but why are you deciding who the player of the year is 3 weeks before the season ends?
No shit, right?
Because they'll go on holiday as soon as the last game's over.
And there's no Wi-Fi connection when they're on holiday, right?
Oh,
they
but
can't figure that out.
It's a 46 game season. I mean, so what? They come out a few weeks early. I mean, I think 43 games is a body enough.
Exactly.
Is enough of a sample size to decide who's the player of the year.
Okay, so
but what if someone scores 11 goals in the last game of the season?
Mark,
I will become a porn star on Mr. Tom's network
But
If
here,
they
Mark.
score 11
Oh.
goals, then they've played Huddersfield. I mean, so what?
So Mark,
Gary,
Right.
how
here's
do you
the
feel
difference.
about sharing spotlight with Mark's porn on the Mr. Tom network?
No thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, there we
Exactly.
go.
Big
There we
eggs.
go.
No, not got no.
But my thing about it is like the player of the season or the player of the year already came out for the
Yeah.
Premier League as well. But with just look at like the Ballon d'Or, how it matters if you win the World Cup or whatever is happening that summer. It matters so much. So if there's a title race going on right now and it's close between a few different players, how can you
And if it
give it to
comes out
somebody
now, it
3
means
weeks?
they must have voted weeks ago. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So, Mark, who do you, hopefully you don't know already who was voted, but who would you say is the player of the season in the Premier League?
In the Premier League, player of the season.
Rodri.
No, maybe.
Nah. Been good though.
You know,
Don't look
He
it
missed.
up.
He missed.
I'm
He
not
missed a bit,
looking it
didn't he,
up.
through
I'm
injury?
honestly not looking it up. I'm actually just looking at clubs and and put it in there. I mean, Rodri
Odegaard?
for City, I would put on a ballot. I might even consider, old Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. You know,
I would look at.
I
Yeah,
mean, I would
that's
look
a
at
great
him.
pick.
For Arsenal, Odegaard, I guess. There's just, I mean, everyone is
Yeah,
so
No,
close.
we're
Odegaard,
talking
Arsenal.
You
all
know,
the
you
teams.
could pick
All the teams.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
But
To
I'm
me-
just like
to
wondering
me,
like
there's
who I
three-
would put on the ballot. You know, I don't think I would put anybody from Liverpool on the ballot.
Where
No.
would Chelsea be without Cole Palmer, and why is the answer 18th?
I think
Just look at like their last 6 games where
I think
they
there's
lost
4 players
4.
who are deserving.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
that?
Chris, who are your 4 players?
Ollie Watkins,
Yes.
Odegaard,
Yes.
Phil Foden, and Rodri. De Bruyne
don't-
was out for too much, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Foden doesn't start enough. But when he does, he's fire. You know, how
Mark,
many goals has
Foden got it. Mark,
Oh,
I
he
hate
did.
to
I have no
I hate
idea.
to tell you this.
I'll tell
Well,
you what.
Foden
you
fucking
will-
got it.
I was working for a good chunk of time, so if it happened
But
last
no,
week,
I'm
I
right
have
there. I'm
no idea.
right there with you, Mark. Where it's
you watch
Pep
more football
Roulette
than all of us combined.
with. I feel like he's doesn't play all the time, but I went back and I actually looked at Phil Foden's numbers, and he plays basically every game, even if he doesn't start. He
He
plays.
definitely plays every game.
Um,
For the most part.
Odegaard is so saucy.
I think I would have probably. I think I would have picked Odegaard.
Yeah, I mean, you have to and look at that. And I really don't want to jinx the last 3 matches of the season, but like
one,
when
Tom.
we signed Declan Rice, I was more excited at the fact that we are going to have somebody who might actually play all 38 matches. And he's just about done that. Odegaard's done the same fucking thing. And Odegaard never stops fucking running. Odegaard to me,
His body of work, and he's been doing the same things all season. The problem is he's been by himself a lot of that. That's why a lot of times you don't notice, you don't see the assists, you don't see the goals, but the man's working and keeping things together. I mean, if you talk about Arsenal's press, it starts with him. All right, you talk about build up, he's right in the middle of that.
all
All
him.
right. I mean, he's been doing that all season, and like people are like complaining like he doesn't have any assists. It's like if you watch the games, it's not. The assist happens when somebody scores the damn goal, right? But he gets people in position to score. It's not. He can't do much after that. But he's been doing he's been pressing even last season. He was doing the same thing, pressing, and I think that's been helping us a lot.
Cool,
So
Gary.
now it's come together a little bit more, especially in the second half of the season, and he's doing what everybody thought he would be able to do for us, and he's still got he goes from 15 goals to where he is now, and he's had a better season. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Does anybody here does anybody go? Yeah, Phil Foden by far, definitely player of the
It
year.
depends what you
Yeah,
have
I
with
do.
it, Jameson.
I do.
You do.
I
so
wouldn't say
let
by
me-
far, but
I need somebody to who is actually like, yeah, that makes total sense.
I don't have a. I have
Tell
I
me
have
your
no
case.
problem with even being picked.
David.
He's been superb this year. Absolutely superb. His touch, what he's added to his game this year is his goals, which has made a big difference to City still being in the challenge for the title. Because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be challenging. He's been superb. You have to look at his body of work throughout the whole season. The guy's just got better and better and better. He's got crucial goals when they've been needed, ever present, but doesn't have a moan if he comes off the
Watkins
bench.
is only 2 goals behind Haaland, and he has the most assists for an Aston Villa team who's going to finish 4th. Pretty much.
Watkins has been phenomenal.
He's had a great season again. He's had a great season.
I would say this season. I would say it's been more. This is probably the most ambiguous season of who deserves it, just because last year it was clearly Haaland. Like it was just that.
Yeah.
Goals is too
There's
many goals.
there's been no
The Rose
blow
is
away
coming off
in
that bloom, though.
stats.
What?
Yeah.
The Rose is coming off the Haaland bloom. I've
No,
been
he's
seeing
doing.
people saying, "Oh, if Haaland doesn't actually score, it's like they're playing with 10 men because he offers nothing." Now, I don't necessarily agree with that because I actually think he's quite a useful target man in the context of because you're marking it. Because if you don't mark him, he will score quite obviously. So
and obviously, if you're marking Holland, Foden will score.
Exactly. So I don't think it's as cut and dry as that, but people are suggesting it, and they weren't. It's things they weren't suggesting in year 1 of Haaland being there.
Yeah, but I mean, Tom, that statement is so moronical.
It is.
If Haaland isn't scoring, it's like playing with 10 men. No, it's not, because one or two of your guys cannot leave his side.
Yeah,
moronical.
Yep.
Isn't he a member?
He hasn't been in the comments for a while.
I talked to him on Twitter. It's all good.
Macrononical.
I finally get his name right, and you guys all
Macronical.
All right. Anyways, let's get back to this in a minute. We're gonna take a little bio break for our personal reasons. We will be back in just a few minutes, in 3 minutes and 6 seconds. John, are you in control? I'm gonna stop touching things.
You get kicked out.
All right. So we are going to take a quick break. We will be back in 3 minutes, but we want you to enjoy this video, and we will be back with betting in the dark.
The crapper from his previous career.
No crapper today. Mark didn't need to go. We'll be back in 3 minutes with betting in the dark. Don't go nowhere.
Don't say it.
Just pee.
Here's a question: when you guys were in the desert that was the championship for 16 years, did you watch any Premier League games?
No. I didn't watch any of them. Fuck them. I didn't watch a single minute of a Premiership match. Swear to God. I didn't give a shit.
I must admit, I used to. Or anything like that.
No, I still don't watch. I don't watch anything but Leeds, mate. Nothing but Leeds. That's it. And that's all I care about.
I must admit, I'm with James this season. This season, I've struggled to watch other games.
Bielsa watches everybody. You should too.
No, and what I really hate is like people like talk about, oh, that was a great match, man. That was a great match. And it wasn't even involving your club. I mean, no one cares. No, I don't care about that, man. No one care. I don't care about anything that doesn't involve Leeds.
All right. So in the last 15 years,
I fucking love you, James.
I love Leeds. I love Leeds.
How many times have you watched?
I love Leeds. Full stop.
So
full stop, mate. I love Leeds. I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
15 years? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, you didn't? Did you watch Lionel Messi or Ronaldo or anyone?
No, nobody watched that.
No, don't care. I don't care. I only care about Leeds.
That's fucking insane.
I don't know. I don't even know who those people are. Who are they?
How do you know
Oh,
how?
Lionel Richie and someone I can't remember. What did you say?
James.
I'm in a bubble, mate. I'm in a bubble. It's called the Leeds bubble. I'm there. I'm here to stay. I signed up for this 40 years ago, and I'm not leaving. It's the 40 years.
I wanted to ask you, James.
It's Leeds bubble. I don't watch. I don't give a fuck about any other team
No,
in the
no, no.
Premiership. I really don't.
Well,
I don't give a flying fuck.
You on the
today's
stream.
one.
I hate
Today's
them
one
all.
for
I hate them
Wolves
all.
because we scored
There's
it.
varying degrees of hatred.
Right. But
It's
seriously,
going to make me hate you.
See, James, that's the thing is you think that like bothers James at all? James expects he expects that you hate Leeds. He comes.
I want you to hate Leeds.
Exactly.
I want you to hate us.
you know, after this
I don't
season,
want you
we
to
should
like
hate
us,
the fact
any
that
of
the
you.
Wolves beat you.
No. Look, I love your hatred, man. I feed off of it. I feed off your hatred like any Leeds fan does. We don't give a fuck. You hate us and we don't give a fuck.
All right.
That guy
Look
doesn't
at
give.
you guys. That guy doesn't
much.
give a fuck.
I just don't give
Um,
a.
Is it fair to say that he wasn't drinking the tap water on that particular evening?
Well, New Orleans tap water is a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger,
Yeah.
eh?
Yep.
Understood.
Yeah.
I get the feeling
but
he never watched any Premier League football for 16 years.
nope.
It's just a feeling I
care
got.
less.
I picked it
Yep.
up a little bit from what he said for 3 minutes.
No, I don't think he could
He's
care.
a liar.
He could care two blips about it. So there you go.
Lies.
It was good to see Chris and Tom in there. Young
Like
in
4
there.
years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago at least.
Yeah.
I saw Tom's comment on there, and he wasn't a member yet, so that was early on. But yeah. All right. So Tom, let's get to some betting in the dark. What do you think?
I think we should get to some betting in dark. I got some surprising ones for y'all this week.
Will I be able to make
Betting in the dark with Mr. Tom.
Come on, love, place your bets.
Could you
All
finish your
right.
sentence, please, Gary?
I said, will I be able to make rent with these bets?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
I'm pretty sure.
And just
This is 2024. No one can afford rent anymore.
yeah.
Rent's too damn high.
And
But
just
you
a
might
quick
be
reminder
able
that these are not sanctioned bets by anybody. We don't recommend that you place these bets. We are idiots who like to place these crazy, crazy bets. And we've asked Mr. Tom to give us the longest odds possible so we can turn $1, £1 into hundreds.
Zero.
And zero is always the case, almost always the case. So this is not an endorsement to spend
Cheers, Chris.
any of your money on that. In fact, you could spend your money becoming a member of the channel and buying us a beer or two. How about that? Throw a little tip in there and waste your money that way. Or place the bet. And if you win, let us know about it. Okay, Tom? Back to you.
Do it. To answer the question, it may pay the rent from 3 years ago.
Oh,
based
there you
on
go.
their prices. So it's the Let's Talk About Leeds edition where there'll be no bets about Leeds. But also, Scooby, I got your main man right here. He insisted on turning up for this.
Hold on, Tom. There you go.
The duck.
Finger the duck.
Right, we're just going for a small appetizer before we go on to the main events. Okay, go have Arsenal. I actually think it is going to be 3-1, but that pays a lot less. And I didn't want to embarrass Lolo or embarrass myself in front of Lolo by bringing such paltry sums to the stoop. So, but we're going 4-1. Havertz score first. Trossard to score.
Like it.
There you go.
Can I add a Solanke scores for Bournemouth? Does that do anything for us?
I imagine it would.
That'll probably bring it down. That's like a given for them. Yeah, this is all right. This is all right. I mean, the exact score is tough. But I got to say, last week or the week before when Arsenal played Chelsea, right before the match, when the lineup came out, Najee on our text chain said, "Oh gosh, did you see the lineup? 5-0 Arsenal incoming." So right before the match, I placed a $1 bet on 5-0 Arsenal, and that's how it ended. And I won a quick like $50. So happy with that. So I'll ask Najee what he thinks about the Chelsea
some
match.
of it on this, but
I definitely will.
In all seriousness, should be a comfortable win for the Arsenal. And that's that. Not much more I can say about this, but yeah, I've gone with something a little bit spicier for the evening game. So yeah, I've got a feeling. Just a feeling. Don't get me wrong, right? If this turns out to be 4-0 to Wolves, 4-0 to Man City, if it turned to be 4-0 to Wolves, and you did that, you would definitely be able to pay your rent. Probably in your mansion. But anyway, just got a feeling that Wolves they're organised this season. They're surprising people because they're organised this season. They're surprising people because Gary O'Neill's not been sacked, if we're being honest. But why would he be? Because the performances and form wouldn't even enter your head to suggest that. But I think Cunha's going to score first because if he doesn't, it'll be number one. And
that's who I might go for.
There you go.
And this one's tough, but I love your thinking. Ooh, I love your thinking.
If he scores first too early, I can't see it being 1-1 because then it's just one slot. He's got to score first in like the 57th minute.
Oh, he's got to score first in the 88th minute. I have no idea, but yeah.
Yeah, if they score first in the first half, Man City win that game 3-1.
But I remember when Brentford scored early and ended up beating them.
Strange things happen, especially on this running.
Not win.
Can they get Traore on loan from Fulham for this match?
Who wants him? He's barely played this season.
Hey, we got Debbie back. She says
City will counterattack with Traore as striker again.
I do have a question relating to Traore.
He should go play for Wrexham and then just let him play him up top. And just
the lady who oiled him up for Wolves, do you know if she got released as well when he left, or did they just assign her to oil up another player?
Are we doing phrasing?
Phrasing.
Well, no, because she literally was on the sidelines, like oiling him up, like it was her.
I'm sure she got released.
He went back to work in the chippy, Tom.
I'm sure he got released as well.
He should go to the MLS. That he would be fun to watch there, or become a kick returner in the NFL.
Yeah,
he is fast.
They'd be like, oh, Traore, or what is it? Oh, what's his first name?
Adama.
Yeah. For some reason, I was going to say Armand. There is Armand Traore, isn't there?
I just noticed I won like $80 on the West Ham Liverpool match.
What?
Salah got void. It was a void, and I got the score and Jared Bowen scoring. So somehow I got paid for that.
Nice.
Yes.
So there you go.
Winner.
I didn't make rent, but I guess I got a bus pass.
Was that a Mr. Tom?
Yeah.
That was a betting in the dark?
Yeah.
I said 2-2 and Bowen would score. And Salah.
What?
Yeah. So I can go to the city. I can go to the city for a week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some betting sites, so I'm not going to advertise them, but some do a thing called Super Sub, where, like, for example, say like you do Kuna to score first and he gets subbed off, and he got subbed off for Number Wang, who then did score, you would still win.
Wow.
Nice.
That's tricky.
That's
But I
like their
suppose
newest
if he
thing.
does go on, then the odds drop. Is it like
No.
Is it...
They'll pay you at what the agreed price was.
Yeah.
Whether it's higher or lower, it'll be the same.
What if he comes in as a sub and scores first?
Sorry?
What if he comes in as a sub and scores first? Does that matter at all or no?
No.
It doesn't count towards Number Wang.
No, Number Wang is a person.
I know. Never mind. It was a stupid
My
question.
understanding of it is they just swap.
He's actually known as the Korean guy. Number Wang is just what you scream when he scores, because that's Number Wang.
Oh wow! I was like, hey, this one sounds just like that one, Gary. This one's very similar to the one that you were just talking about.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, maybe West Ham can beat Liverpool and City.
Was it Solid? Solid didn't score first though, did he?
No, he didn't play.
Oh, gotcha.
He
But
didn't.
he came on as a sub, I thought.
Yeah.
It said void, so I don't know what that
Yeah.
meant. Maybe I don't know.
That means he couldn't have scored. He came on after the first goal was scored. So
Gotcha.
He could not have possibly have got the first goal. So they're not going to punish.
Why
you
not,
for
Tom?
It, but they're not going to pay you for it either. Anyway, so the important thing is that I didn't lose and I didn't even know for a whole week. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, thank you. Yes, make it rain. Since it's Gary, it should be carrots.
All right, game three. What is it?
Yeah, game 3, baby. Yes, admittedly, right?
Motherfucker, why?
No. What I'm going to tell you,
Because it's
Who is it good
29-1.
No.
Who is it good for?
No, absolutely nothing. Just like war, as Edwin Starr would say. But in all fairness, Chris, this would pay even more now because I did this before they played Chelsea.
I can't put this bet in because I can't bet that they're gonna win. I never ever.
That's right.
But Gary, you know that you're going to lose your bet,
£80,
so
Gary?
I
it's
can't
like-
bet that they're going to win. That's just like against my religion. If I had one,
Would do Liverpool to win.
Why, Tom?
I can't put Liverpool to win either. Sorry, Chris.
I might have to do this. I think I might. I'm not a betting man, but I might have to do this. I like this.
How many bullshit offside goals will we lose in this game? Can you bet on that?
No, I did not know that. I forgot, quite frankly, that Chelsea were playing Spurs later that evening. But with Spurs' form being what it is, I thought, and Liverpool's form being what it was, I thought, oh, this could be a title killer.
Here's a good bet. What are the odds Chelsea finishes in a European spot after the disaster that their season's been?
They have a good shot, actually.
I feel like they do.
Yeah. If we so we'll take a look at that in a
I
second.
looked early in the week. They don't have anything for it.
So what do we all think about this one? I know what Chris thinks about this one, but I don't know if I could see Spurs. It's the Mo Salah scoring first that bothers me here.
I kind of feel like we're due for a team that we can beat up on right now, is my feeling. And I never bet on Liverpool to win or say anything positive about them. But
Spurs are due.
Yeah, you've got Wolves in the last game of the season, Chris. You can do it then.
No, Wolves play us strong every time. Wolves play everyone strong.
Are you contractually obligated to finish your
Oh,
season
look at
against
this.
Wolves?
Spinning carrots.
Yes. And they spin too. This is why you pay Director John the big bucks. He's the best in the business.
Yeah, I'll be getting those papers in the morning.
Have Spurs played their way out of Champions League? Or
Yeah,
Almost certainly.
yeah, they need
I
lots
mean,
of help
pretty
now.
much.
Yeah.
They need lots of help. They need to think at least, was it 2 points dropped in 2 games at
Oops,
least,
that's
maybe
the wrong
3?
one.
They need to win all their games and Villa
Season
lose.
today. Still
2
queuing
games, I
up to
think,
watch
right?
Arsenal.
3 games they need.
Yeah.
They need to
Scooby.
catch up. They need to get
Realistically,
9
they
points
probably
on Villa. Tottenham are pretty much, I think, in that place, aren't they? They only need to get some more points, 3 against Liverpool, for example, and they're pretty much then in that place, you know.
It's
More
crazy.
details.
The amount of
Scooby,
goals
what do you
conceded from
want?
4 on, like no.
Okay, what do you want for the Washington Commanders? But
This must be one of the highest scoring seasons in Premier League history for only 3 teams to give up less than a goal per game. Well, actually, Liverpool's not even is more than a goal per game now.
did you know that Newcastle versus Sheffield United is the only time in Premier League history where one team has conceded 13 goals combined to another team?
Oh, and the double.
That's
because obviously the eight they scored 8 in the first game
and then 5. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Sheffield United, how close? They must be close to giving up 100 goals this year.
They are close to giving up 100 goals.
Can we see the bottom of the table? Is that
they've given up
minus 63?
97?
97 goals.
Ouch.
Right.
I will say, I will say, when I read or someone said or whatever, they went, "Oh, Sheffield United could be the first team in a 38-game season to ever concede 100 goals." I was more surprised because I was like, "What? We didn't." As in Leeds United didn't.
No, we only conceded about 70 odd, didn't we?
I wonder how many Derby conceded that year that they only won 1 game. Gotta look that up.
There is an answer to that. And
you imagine supporting
that is just crazy. Sheffield United gives up like an average of 3 goals a game.
Yikes.
Just under 3. That is crazy.
That was 2008 Derby County.
Yeah.
Scoop,
getting rid of Heckenbottom and putting in Wilder really did the trick, didn't it? Eh?
Well, Scooby,
I mean, this is
the one
win,
East West NFC. Sorry.
1 win, 8 draws, 29 losses, 20 goals scored, 89 given up, minus 69 differential. So Sheffield United has a record to play for, probably in goal differential. Minus 69.
Is that like getting a double in turnovers?
One player scored a hat-trick in both games against that Derby County team. Name that player.
I'm on the Wikipedia page. Maybe it's
only time it's ever happened in the Premier League. One player scored 2 hat-tricks against that Derby County team.
Darren Bent.
I'll give you a clue. Played for Arsenal.
2008, played for Arsenal. Thierry Henry?
Nope. I wouldn't be repeating it if it was.
Van Persie?
Arshavin?
Nope.
Santi Cazorla. What are we talking about? I've been looking at other things.
Someone who played for Arsenal scored 2 hat-tricks against Derby.
I wish it was Eddie Beach.
2008.
I will also say he is one of the... sorry, it's a question within a question. He is one of 3 players to have played for both Arsenal and Tottenham. Yeah, question within a question, baby.
This is before I was watching.
So it's not. It's not Sol Campbell. Why am I blanking? I don't know.
It's up here.
Give us a first initial.
I'll give you both of his initials. E.A.
Manuel Adebayor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Scored hat trick in both games. You slaughtered.
Hey, Tom.
Hello,
Tom,
sir.
where can people get questions like that?
Oh,
during
well, you definitely won't get questions like that because Leeds players tend not to score hat tricks against people, let alone in both games of a season. But you will get questions such as, we played Timbuktu today, but which player played for both Leeds and Timbuktu? And then I'll sit there and just basically read my emails while the comment section guesses. But anyway, sorry, what? That was a bit too much behind the
It's got to be
curtain.
Ben.
Yeah. Sunday nights at 9 p.m. in the United Kingdom.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
It's good fun.
It started clicking things on accident.
Yeah. Gary?
Yes, sir.
How about yourself? Where can you be found?
Oh, check us out tomorrow. See Mr. Tom in his glory match day road trip type show. Check us out. And then Mondays, we'll talk about Arsenal, 7:30 p.m., 12:30 a.m. for you guys in the UK. Check us out. Arsenal. Just type DWTT Arsenal. I pop up first.
I did a takeover of Gary's show on Monday night, and it was great. We talked about Arsenal for about 14 seconds, and then I was like, right, now we got that shit out of the way.
Did the viewership go up, Tom?
The viewership absolutely loved the segment called Mr. Tom's Movie Club. Hey, it was good fun. It was good fun.
Nice.
Gary even appeared to make sure that I hadn't burnt down the house.
I do that. I've got sensors, but they were starting to get hot, so I said, let me check it out. But he did all right. He did all right.
I've already forgot what the movie of the week was, though. Because, you know, Star Wars was at the cinema today. It's really random.
Yeah. Well,
May the 4th, innit?
all right. Enough of that, Tom. That's plenty of that.
It's all about me now, right? Lolo?
Let's get back to the important.
It's all about the
things in
dancing
life,
carrots.
which
Oh, the
are
important things in
me
life,
and me.
like the Premier League football.
No. I actually need your help here, Tom. I need
That's
some crazy random knowledge because this week, I don't know if you all have noticed, but this week in Premier League Twitter, Tottenham fans have been going absolutely ape shit and trying to get Ben White in trouble for his shenanigans. The dark arts, if you will. Ben White has been tasked by Nikola Jova, our brilliant.
He should be penalized on
set-piece
every
coach.
corner kick.
I don't know if you can
Absolutely.
tell, but I am big
Every
screen right
corner
now,
kick
so you
should
need
be a
to
penalty.
just wait for
glove
my
shit.
monologue to be over.
No, go ahead.
No.
Anyway, I think you should
He's a
change his
dirty
name though.
fucker is what
He's
he
no
is.
longer Benny Bianco.
God
he's
damn it. How
Benno
much bigger do
Moreno.
I have to make myself here? Just let me fucking talk for a second and then I'll open up the floodgates. Jesus. So,
Go, bro.
the dark arts, the crazy little things that you do that are on the edge of being legal and illegal because they haven't actually been written up because you thought of these crazy things to do, like flicking the keeper's gloves, like any one of these brilliant things that Ben White likes to do here. Talking smack, all sorts of. Let's get to these fun ones in the beginning. Little things. Grabbing a glove. Yeah. Oh, yelling in people's faces.
He's such a knob.
Ring around the posy. That's what he's doing. Ring around the posy. Ring around the goalie.
Cheering in their face. That's Melier. That's Leeds United right there. throwing Cucurella down. Gotta love it. The little flick. Love all
He
that.
smiles at the referee like,
John, I will.
So where I need your help, Mr. Tom, and everybody else, is I want to know all the dark arts. Who is the actual master of the dark arts? Because y'all had a player I really loved. Alioski was a little dark arts shit starter person like that. That gives you that little bit of extra edge.
Stop saying bad things about Albanians.
No, bad things. It's one of his best traits. What are you talking
He's
about?
Macedonian.
He's ethnically Albanian, though.
He's ethnically Albanian. But guys, who are we missing here? Who are the actual masters of the dark arts? You hate them if they're not on your team. You love them if they are on your team.
Without doubt, Ibrahimovic. He is the master.
Absolutely. Oh. Give me some examples, David.
I'll give you the example of where he's being spoken to by the referee as he's got a ball in his hand. There's a couple of other opponents stood there listening to him. Another opponent comes running up to join in the discussion, and he just throws the ball into the oncoming opponent's face. Just little things like that. He's just so funny. So funny. He is horrible. He'll slap people on the back of the head. He will dish out some real rough stuff as well. Normally, if somebody's tried it on with him, he'll make sure that he gets his own back. Loads of things. Yeah, I was watching a clip the other day. It's fantastic.
I just love because like he backs up everything that he does on the pitch, off the pitch. My favorite story about him is that apparently what I heard or read, or I don't know what, but LeBron James was such an enamored with his game that he sent him an LA Laker LeBron James numbered jersey to show appreciation. And he takes it, signs it, and sends it back to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he was like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I'll sign this for you. Here you go. You know, you mean nothing to me." And that's like him, like that's his persona on the pitch, and he backs it up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even I don't know the name of the character on Ted Lasso, but there was a character that was modeled after him in the second season. They get this big transfer signing, and he's like this big,
Zava.
Zava. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Sergio Ramos and Pepe at Madrid for all those years were dark arts masters. I mean, they also got tons of red cards.
Puyol at Barcelona as well.
But they, as many red cards as they got, they should have had 4 times as many.
Yeah.
Right.
Pepe,
yeah, for sure.
Oh man, he just assaulted people.
Yeah.
And it's half the time he wouldn't even get booked.
Yeah.
You know.
Honestly, Casemiro too, when he was at Madrid, it's amazing he didn't have more red cards than he did.
I'll tell you what,
he's been a crybaby in the Premier League because he hasn't gotten away with
tackler I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's a great player.
For national sides, Brazil were one of the worst. They know
everyone on Brazil.
They just know how to do it. They are so good. They'll stop an attack. You know, and they just pass around the bookings if they're going to come out. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. What about like a Gennaro Gattuso kind of Milan midfielder?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe
Chris,
cheap.
remember
as he says.
Chris, remember Sean Avery and Martin Brodeur?
Dude, fucking what a fucking this is the best. They wrote a rule. They wrote a rule the next day that you couldn't do what he just did to the fielder.
What did he do?
He stood in front of him and he kept putting his glove and his stick in front of his face so he couldn't see the play in front of him. And the next day, they basically wrote that into the rules.
See, but that's the thing is now they're having to write in like, oh, you can't touch the goalkeeper's gloves from behind. You cannot wiggle your finger into their glove hand. That is now a foul. Because
No, it couldn't be a foul because play hadn't started.
Play hadn't started. He's just fucking
No.
with them. He's just
Yeah.
fucking with them. And you know what? To me, like, y'all can hate that as much as you want, but have them call the foul. He's had fouls called against him. We've had goals called off because they've seen something that he's done and deemed it a foul. So it's happened to us. But he's gotten better at it.
Yeah.
And he's come up with new tricks
My
that have to annoy
my best
people.
points in the games are Arsenal corner coming up. All right, pan over to the goalkeeper, please, so I can see what Ben White's about to do.
You know,
he doesn't do the same thing every time. So
the
you
director
can't like
is
go,
in the
oh, well,
booth.
he's going to do this. He doesn't do
The
this.
director
He's
is
got
in the booth going, find Ben White, find Ben White.
Yet?
What?
Have you not mentioned Weird Al Yankovic at Tottenham yet? When he stood there trying to put off Declan Rice on the corner,
Oh,
and then when Arsenal scored, you see him sheepishly scuttle back up to his seat.
Yeah,
like he'd been caught, like he'd been caught with his pants down. It was brilliant.
Yeah, in the tunnel, Ben White basically is like, he's nodding his head like, not a chance.
He's just mischievous, isn't he? That's what it is. He's just a little lad in, being naughty.
David, I'll tell you something funny.
These were the guys. This guy.
I love when Arsenal fans tell me, Ben White doesn't like football.
He doesn't like watching football.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
strange.
But it's in the same way. Like I don't like watching golf, and I'm probably also shit at it. But
I don't think he's bad at football though.
No. I don't know what Mr. Tom's golf is like.
Is he really?
I'll be honest. I don't.
I didn't quite get that analogy there.
No. It's amazing. All my analogies are great, even the ones that ain't. But
maybe I should look at the percentage on this beer because I just went straight over my head. It's not that strong. I'm obviously just stupid.
No.
This is actually a ginger ale.
You can tell when you've had too much when David will sit there and go, that Under Siege 2 is not a bad movie, that.
I'm like, David. Was that the one where he was in the submarine?
No. Under Siege 2 is when they're on the train.
Is he a chef at some point?
He's a chef in both. He's a chef in the first one. He's actually at work. But he's also a former, I don't know what the word is, like Marine, secret agent, whatever. Just make one up. The point is,
Farmer Garmaget.
Everyone. Yeah. He's got the skills to kill everyone that he doesn't like the look of, which is everyone in the film.
And he does it with his cooking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You should. You really should.
I should. Should I put it on my list?
Good film. She's one good film.
No,
Under Siege 2. I should
Under
just
Siege
jump
1
right.
is the only good film. Under Siege 1 has Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Tommy Lee Jones, yes. Tommy Lee Jones is the bad guy. I like him as a bad guy. He's like the best bad guy because he's always getting like screwed over, and he's like, yeah. He's got the good comments as well. Good one-liners.
Another good player, Lolo, for the Dark Arts was Ian Wright. Well known for it.
Yeah.
Sneaky. And then punched him in the face.
Used to go around pinching opponents and all that sort of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about should have been Leeds United player Rodrigo De Paul? I think is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
If he walked in front of me butt naked, I couldn't tell you it was Rodrigo de Paul.
Why does he have to be butt naked? Is that just how you like notice people?
That just accentuates
Because he's
the point.
just come off the set with Mark in one of the Paul movies.
Mark knows what he looks like butt naked. Okay, I get it now.
Oh my god,
Mark, you gotta start charging more. You're getting a lot of randos on your channel. You need to up those prices to get a better clientele.
Mark, I'm sorry I made this implication about you, but I'm more sorry I didn't do it 3 years ago.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's one of that's I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, where was that cigar before the?
He's doing that going, I used to have 4 rings.
You really want to take it there.
Ryan, I don't think Huddersfield are good enough to even help themselves, mate.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Okay. Dark arts, indeed. These are the dark arts.
Who's the guy that clothesline Saka in the Euros? Because that was and he didn't even get a card.
Was that Chiellini?
Is that Chiellini? He didn't even get a talking to or anything. No.
He had nothing.
Nothing happened to him. It's like, dude, you just clotheslined him. You just took a guy out.
Absolutely bandy. Absolutely bandy.
Yeah.
I can't rely on a team that as soon as you see a team needs to win 12-0 to survive, why even waste your brain energy hoping for them to do anything for you?
Because Tom, if you put $1 on it, it would make your nut for the week.
Who's home in that match for the week between Ipswich and Huddersfield?
Sorry, sir.
Ipswich,
who's home?
I believe.
It's
Ipswich.
Oh, you guys are fucked. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we were fucked even if they played it on the North Pole. Which I don't know what else to do with anything. I don't know. Don't know what else to do with price of milk.
Yeah, they're all playing at home.
We know what's going to happen. Huddersfield are going to score, and in the 11th minute of added time, Ipswich will equalise.
I've seen this scenario described.
They won't give up.
I tell you what will be the most Leeds thing ever to happen is that Huddersfield will win the match 2-0, but will draw with Southampton.
Yeah.
You're not going to draw Southampton. There's nothing to play.
No, but my point is that is our luck. That is how it would play out if
nothing to do with luck, Tom.
If the seemingly impossible happened.
It's nothing to do with luck. It's just what we're capable of, self-harming ourselves.
It's true. It's true.
That QPR match just befuddles me.
Leeds were
you know the most disturbing thing I found about that match was actually watching Farke's lack of just sat on the bench. You just sat on the bench, not getting up, not bellowing at players. The fact that they actually made the substitutions after 60 minutes before us, when it was obvious during the first half, after 20 minutes, there needed to be changes, I just found absolutely astounding.
We were so bad, though. I don't know what you would say to them.
As a manager, you don't just sit there. No. He's the manager. He's the only person who can change anything, and he just sat there. Unbelievable.
But he's already got his best team out.
Yeah, so say something. Get up. Say something. Get a yellow card.
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're the
let them know. Let them know that your season is literally ending tonight.
So here's a question: if you guys end up, let's say, at 93 points, and you lose in the final,
it happens.
You keep Daniel Farke?
Yeah, he'll still be here next year.
Okay. Yeah,
I wouldn't personally, but
you got to keep in mind the plan that he set out at the start of the season. He technically achieved because he went, if we get 90 points or if we get over 2 points a game, and we score over 75 goals, we'll probably get promoted, which is factually true.
Has anyone ever
when-
had 93 points and not been in the top 2?
There is an answer to that. The only team in the last 30 years to not get promoted with 90 points is Sunderland, who lost in the playoff final after a 4-4 draw with Charlton, which is one of the greatest football matches ever, by the
Yeah,
way.
fantastic. Clive Mendonca.
It is
Superb.
incredible. Like,
Well,
genuinely.
Mr. Tom, no matter what
That's it.
happens, all I can hope is that your team performances are better. They don't necessarily have to win, because if they don't win, you still got a couple more games to make a difference. But it's all about performances now, because the results aren't going your way right now. They need to just play better football, right? I mean, I always go by performance before results, and you need a little bit of that. If you get the win, cool. But if not, you still got 3 games to sort it out.
Yeah, like you say,
Yeah,
at the end
sort
of
of.
the day, at the end of the season, we can pick it apart and go like, oh, maybe if we did this, maybe we did that. I don't necessarily. He ain't gonna hear this, so it's probably wrong of me to say. It's not necessarily helpful to critique him. Fuck it. Like, if you want to say he's a prick, say he's a prick. But the reality is that whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and the world won't stop turning, regardless of what happens to the fortunes of Leeds United. And life will go on, even though I'll probably want to slit my wrists for being in the championship.
With a blunt, rusty knife.
Yeah.
John,
John,
I love it, but the timing was just. It was a little
took
late.
Forever to load.
Yeah. Because I get the
like
joke,
a blunt,
but,
like a blunt knife, right? Like a
but,
blunt knife.
yeah,
Is that what you mean?
The
butter
way
knife?
it read was, I just want to slit my wrist. Go
And then
on, go on. Please don't do that tonight, Tom. It'll really ruin the show.
Listen,
when I clicked
I
on
can
it,
prove
it took
now.
it took like 4
I've not done
seconds.
such things.
Good,
I've
good,
not done
Tom.
Go
such things.
on.
Saying.
Go on.
I'm just saying.
My
I'm probably
computer
going to
just
drink it,
sucks.
Scooby. But the point is that what you go through. Like, the lowest I've ever been in a football match is when we lost to Derby in the playoff semi-final. And
Here's a
I've
question.
lived through Leeds losing the Coca-Cola the League Cup final to Aston Villa. We're 3-0, never in the game, got absolutely murdered. That's the last I'll say about it. But fact of the matter is, it's
Do you guys have the ability? Like, all those games are at, well, they're 7:30 our time, 12:30 your time. Will you be able to, like, find all of those games? Like, how in
they're all
flip them?
no, to be fair,
I could
in
play
England,
4
they're
on my
televising 3 of
TV.
them.
Yeah.
In England, they are, to my knowledge, they are televising the Leeds game, the Ipswich game, and Birmingham versus Norwich.
So it's kind of in, like, so with like week 38 of the Premier League, so NBC owns the Premier League contract in the US, but they have a lot of subsidiaries, so they have more than 12 networks, or more than they probably have more than 12 networks, but it doesn't matter. But every game is on a channel, so even if it's a channel that normally shows like cooking or travel, they'll put one of those Premier League matches on, so you can just like flip and look at all. I mean, obviously you can track all the results on your phone.
Yeah, ESPN is only showing 2 matches, Ipswich and the Birmingham City one.
They're not showing Leeds?
Well, no.
Well, I will be busy tomorrow at 7:30. Sorry, guys.
I was going to say, it's like
Solanke.
Arsenal play at the same time, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Something like that.
So, sorry to tangent a bit. So I'm guessing that Mr. Arsenal podcast is doing live watch along, and I'm assuming Gary will be on it.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
At 7:30 in the morning.
Yes, at 7:00 it starts the pregame. So there you go.
I can't
Well,
believe
maybe-
I don't have the Leeds game on ESPN.
No, they're usually on, but like they only showing 2 games, which is crazy. I would have thought
What's the one that's not Ipswich?
the Birmingham City Norwich City match, which
I guess that has like relegation.
It has both
Yeah.
playoff
Yeah, I
and
think so.
relegation implications.
Yeah, but Norwich aren't they up in the playoff no matter what, or Hull can
Nope.
top them?
No, not true. Not true. If Norwich don't win, I believe West Brom are the team that can actually be usurped.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it just West Brom?
Norwich has goal difference advantage over Hull.
Yeah,
So,
it's quite
from a
sizable,
goal
isn't it?
difference, yeah, it's unlikely to be over. Basically, they're there to see Birmingham get relegated. The cameras, I mean.
Yeah.
And they're right to do so, because how dare you sack John Eustace when you're in the playoff places?
If Birmingham goes down, are they? Well, I guess Leeds has been in League One, and Sunderland. They would be maybe like the
Nah, they're not even close
third
to being
largest
the
club
biggest
to go down to League One.
Nah. Yeovil's
Nah.
been in League One.
Well,
Birmingham
Yeovil's not
ain't
big,
shit.
huh?
Nah, Birmingham could fuck off.
I'm just talking about size of the following and the history of the club.
No, Wednesday have been down there, haven't they?
Yep.
Wednesday, Sunderland are massive.
Ipswich
Yeah,
were there
big
last
club.
year. Ipswich have won
Yeah.
a European trophy.
Yeah.
Oh no! You know what? Sorry, I was wrong. You guys are right. Leeds is on ESPN. There's 2 channels, ESPN Plus and
Fuck
whatever.
yeah, let's do it.
So Ipswich. So if you want to watch Leeds and Southampton, you can do that too.
That is the game I'm watching
I
at
mean,
7:30.
Birmingham
Arsenal,
is technically
Bournemouth.
the biggest city. Birmingham is technically the second biggest city in England, I believe. If that's what Chris means.
I'm
In
just saying,
terms
are
of
they
the
the biggest club in recent history that
They're
would
not
be?
even the biggest club in Birmingham.
Well, I know Aston Villa, but like they're the second biggest city in the UK. So no, not in the UK, in England. So, that's like the second biggest city in London. Is our second biggest team in London is Arsenal, right?
Probably the second biggest
all
city in the
joking
UK,
aside,
actually.
I
Chris.
would be
you
a
just
big
say?
club in
First
League
time.
One.
What
Wait,
what
what?
did he just say?
What did you
Like,
just
so
say?
it's kind of.
It sounds like you just like what? You all right?
And the second biggest
What?
club in Liverpool is Liverpool. Like, it's fucking simple.
I'm just
Everybody
saying,
knows
there's
this.
Chelsea, and then Arsenal. No, Chelsea, then Spurs, then West Ham, then Leighton Orient, then
Brentford,
there's only one
Brentford.
team
Crystal
Brentford,
Palace.
There is only
QPR,
one club in London who's
Crystal
won
Palace,
the
Millwall,
Champions League.
We already said Brentford, but let's throw them in again.
Brentford under 18s.
Barnet.
Then Arsenal, then Chelsea.
But yeah, Chris is
Oh, he had
Dagenham
Chelsea
and
in all
first.
seriousness,
He's
his
a
point is
twat. That's
correct.
how you know he's a
They
twat.
will be a big club in League One. I just
You've
generally don't
forgotten
Arsenal.
Cray Valley Wanderers, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Chris, I just can't wait till this season is over.
They're not in London, but we'll include Watford and Luton. They're close enough.
Absolutely.
Speaking of London, I will be back in London in September again. So if you guys want to start planning our next trip, I'm giving you plenty of time. What is it, May? 4 months. 5 months, fellas. Let's get our shit together and let's get out to London and we'll head up to Leeds again. That'll be fantastic. All right. That being said, this is the tail end of tonight's show. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching us. We really enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I don't want to speak for you guys. But thank you very much for joining us, Mark, Gary, David, Chris, and Finger the Duck with his special guest, Mr. Tom. Anything anybody else wants to say before the show is over?
Thanks for joining everybody.
Under Siege is amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow, boys. Whoever you're playing.
And it's going to be a fun day of football.
Especially Spurs.
Score a hat trick, Solanke.
Yeah, and lose 4-3.
Steven Seagal rundown.
Yeah, and feel free to click that link that we just posted right there in the comments section if you want to join us backstage for a little bit. We'll be talking some smack and probably talking mostly Under Siege, to be honest. But thank you, Director John, and we love you all. I hope all. There's like Under Siege 6. Like there's a bunch of them. Under Sieges.
There's 2.
More sieging.
More sieging.
The siege
Anyway,
and the siegers.
This is all after party talk. Director John, we love you too. Thank you. Peace.
Everybody.
Betting in the dark.
The Rangers aren't even. Yeah.
We're still here.
What do you say?
This has been the best end of the show ever.
You guys.